What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Curtain to Curtain. My name is Phoenix Clouden.
I am Lazuli.
We are back, your adjacent theater kids, to talk two very interesting musicals. I think that's the perfect word to describe them. We are in the eyes. I think, is this the last of the eyes?
I think so. I don't have the sheet open. Give me a hot second. Yeah. But no, it is not.
It's not. Okay.
These are the first two eyes.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah. Man. We got two good ones for the next time though, but that's for later.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry guys. It's been a minute.
It has.
In our time.
In our time, it's been a month.
Yeah. We had a little bit of a struggle.
Mm-hmm. Technical difficulties, scheduling issues, just
just life, life getting it all in the way. But and we also got to see a good show.
We did. We
went to a show together. If you haven't checked out our Blue Sky, we are officially on Blue Sky, Curtain to Curtain. Go check us out on there. That will be our only social media platform, will be Blue Sky. So we are officially there. Go check us out and subscribe. Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Subscribe absolutely. To the YouTube, yes, but follow us on Blue Sky.
And follow us on Blue Sky. There it is. So we are discussing a newer musical called If Then. Plus, we are talking about an even newer musical, recently Tony Award nominated, Illinoise.
Mm-hmm.
So, this was a very interesting journey for these two, because I had never heard of If Then, like, ever. I don't even know how or why it ended up on our list. But yeah, so
I think we wanted to add Illinois, but wanted it to be even numbered, so we needed another I musical.
Yeah, and I think we went with If Then because it stars obviously the great Idina Menzel, the great Adele Dazeem.
Yeah.
So we went with that. Interesting, this is probably the only musical I know her to be in outside of Wicked and Rent.
Yeah.
Maybe that is it. That's it. And saying she's just making her money off of Disney now. But anyway,
I mean, I don't blame her. She getting that Frozen bag. I mean,
that bag is fat.
It is.
That bag fat. Anyway, so If Then was mildly successful. It started previews in March of 2014, opened on later that month in that year, and then closed the next year. So it managed 401 performances. They did release the cast album, made it to 19, debuted at number 19 on the Billboard 200. So not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. So the story.
Oh my gosh.
So the story focuses on Elizabeth, who moves back to her hometown in New York City. She's divorced, so she's looking to start her life all over again. And she meets up with an old friend from college named Lucas, and she meets up with a new friend who helped her move in, named Kate, I believe. Yeah.
Kate.
So basically this is where the story starts and splits. If she goes with Kate, she decides then that she'll go by Liz, and Liz lives a very different life. And if she goes with Lucas, then she'll go by Beth, and Beth also lives a very different life.
Yeah.
And in these two lives, they take on very interesting turns, to say the least.
And I enjoyed this musical, but I will say this is a musical that you really need to just like watch because it's kind of sort of really hard to follow.
That was
when listening.
That was a question that I had when I was reading it. I was like, so my thought process is like Act 1 all Liz and then Act 2 all Beth.
But it's like yeah, but instead it's like all like mixed in together, which I'm sure works for the stage and everything because I'm sure there's like a bunch of quick costume changes, right, et cetera, to like point out the differences between the two storylines. So when you're just listening to it, it's like, okay, are we with Beth? Are we with where are we at? What's going on? And especially because like some of the songs overlap too. Yeah. Like they have like canon event points.
Yeah, they each have
if you will say canon events that happen regardless of which like where you're at. So like some of these songs, like, you know, they cross over,
right,
and everything, but which just doesn't help the confusion at all. That's not to say this is a bad musical. It's good. Right. It's just very confusing to listen to.
That was actually one of the criticisms that I read about this musical is that, and these are from people who actually did see it live, and they were like, you know, the main issue that they brought up was that it even visually is still a little muddled in the storytelling.
I see.
So I was like, because I guess one of the visual cues that they give you when it's switching from Liz to Beth is that Beth wears glasses.
Okay, I see.
So like when it's Beth, she's got on the glasses. When it's Liz, you know,
that makes sense because Beth is a nerd.
Yeah, so
Beth's in our nerd bag.
Yeah, which I was like, if you're gonna do songs that cross over, that's got to be really difficult because like every now and then she's just going.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, like Beth, she's like in her nerd bag. She like takes up a job offer, continuing to do city planning stuff. That's her thing. She's a city planner.
Yeah.
So she's like doing city planner things and everything, and like meets her mans while city planning and everything, but like ends up becoming pregnant, and that's one of the canon events, by the way. That happens in both timelines.
Both Liz and Beth get knocked up.
Both of them get pregnant, and both canon event, both get proposed to.
Yes.
And everything. It just then diverges on how those relationships end.
Yeah. So like Liz basically, when Elizabeth decides to go with Kate, they're going to see a performer in the park, and because of that, she meets her future husband, who is a military, I guess, veteran.
Yeah.
Whose name I think is Josh. Yeah. So she meets Josh, who's an army doctor, and they fall in love, and that's Liz's life.
Mm-hmm.
They fall in love. I think they have children.
And then he goes off overseas again, and then he dies in combat.
Yeah. So like, that's her life. Her life is basically love. Mm-hmm. She gets to have love. She gets to have the love of her life and live that life.
Yeah. And then it loops back around.
Right. She goes off with Lucas. You know, they end up going to like some activist rally or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets a call from her old college boyfriend, I guess.
Yeah, that's also a canon event because that happens in both timelines. It's a matter of if she actually answers the phone or not.
Yeah, because in the first one, she gets the call, but she doesn't recognize the number, so she doesn't answer.
Yeah, but she decides to answer it as Beth.
Yeah, she answers it as Beth. She gets offered the job and she accepts it. The difference in the two timelines is when she answers it as Beth, she gets offered the job. She ends up, I think, dating or sleeping with her boss, Steven.
Yeah.
But in the other one, you know, it's after.
Yeah, it's after. Yeah, it's after the Josh situation. She then meets up with Steven again. So Steven is a canon event, if you will.
Yeah, Steven is also a canon event. So, but yeah, as Beth, it's way sloppier. Like, Beth's life is way sloppier. Like Liz's life is ideal up until a point.
Yeah.
Which I think is really like the meat of the show. But Beth is really like, if you're looking for messy,
if you're looking
Beth,
for mess, that's where to go.
Beth gives you the mess, because
yeah.
not only is she dealing with Steven, she's also apparently Lucas is
she's into Lucas. Yeah, it's
well,
like this whole like love
triangle.
Angle. I wouldn't even say triangle, because I don't think she ever. No, she is into Lucas, so it is a love triangle. Yeah.
But in Liz's life, Luke is dating a man.
Yeah.
So it's messy.
Yeah.
This is like one of the ways that you could describe it. A lot of the ways that the critics described it, it was like, just a lot to keep up with.
Yeah.
And I think having it intercross was probably I could see why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like otherwise you got like a 40 song musical, you know what I'm saying? Which is
and it would probably
unless you rapping half of those, like that
it's too long.
It's gonna be a slog to get through.
Yeah.
You got a falsettos on your hand. So yeah.
Yeah.
No one wants that. Anyway. But yeah, I will say, for as messy as the story is, for as convoluted as it seems to be, even visually, wasn't terrible.
No. I enjoyed my time listening to it once I like figured out all the like plot stuff. I was like, okay, I see what they're doing. Okay. And like the music is fine. It's fine until like until the end. The end is when it gets really nice and they start to do some interesting things. But like otherwise, it's a basic musical.
Yeah,
nothing really jumps out at you. This is an instance where like I'm mad that there's a prologue. I'm mad that there's an overture, because they don't even like. There's no point to it.
It really isn't, because like much of the songs aren't very distinctive.
No, nor do many of them have like a repeating motif throughout the entire musical. So like it's kind of like, why would you introduce this musical concept if it's not going to be a reoccurring one, like it is with like the Addams Family, Hades Town, even Aladdin, like
and because of that, it kind of ends up being a little forgettable. Like the story is really what you remember. You remember obviously Idina Menzel, because she's just such a insanely good performer. So like, excuse me. So like, that sticks out. But like musically, story wise, I would argue very, very basic. Like the way I described it when I first heard it was, it sounds like a Disney musical that wasn't produced by Disney. like that's that's sort of the way I feel about it, because I'm like, I don't know if it's just because Idina Menzel has done, the Frozen films, and
I only know Idina Menzel from Frozen, because I haven't interacted with Wicked at all, or Rent. Right. So
yeah, like in my mind, I'm like, all I hear is Elsa. Maybe that's it, but also like the music sounds like
it does
a Disney movie, like
and like the bad ones too, not like the good ones. Not it doesn't sound like Tangled or Encanto or Encanto's a separate example because that's Lin. But like it doesn't sound like a good classic Disney.
It's not a Mulan.
No, it's not a Mulan. It's not a Princess and the Frog. It's more like a Pocahontas.
More Pocahontas.
Sad.
Like,
no, not even Jungle Book.
I like Pocahontas, honestly, but musically, it's not the strongest. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Musically, it's not the strongest.
No.
So yeah, that's sort of where the music is. It's like
yeah,
you could have done better.
Like here. Even a song called "What the Fuck," like
that even feels like like Disney trying not to be like, oh, we're edgy. Like, aren't
Yeah,
we edgy? We threw an F word in. Like,
yeah, and like it's not even like an interesting song. I'm just listen to it. Just as we were talking, just listen to it. And I'm just like, it's Idina Menzel. She's singing.
Literally, that's it. I feel like
she's just singing. She's not giving anything.
Yeah, like that was the only takeaway was like Idina Menzel. What kills me is Anthony Rapp, and Jen Colella, are both in this show.
Yeah, like there are good actors in here,
right? But you would almost never know.
It's like the directors and the writers just gave them nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Twilight all over again, you know? Where they just were given nothing to work with.
Yeah.
It just, I can see why this only lasted a year and a half. Like, I don't think, did it even receive any, like, Tony noms?
It received 2. It did receive 2.
It received 2.
For, I think, score and... best lead actress, of course, for Idina Menzel.
God, score? What was going on in 2014? The fuck?
That is a great question. I mean, it didn't win anything, but
obviously.
But yeah,
it just truly a yes, girl, give us nothing type of musical. Which is a shame because. It's a shame because this could be a really interesting concept.
Right.
This could be a fun, interesting, engaging musical and everything. And it just falls flat. Like, I love me a good diverging paths. Let's see what happens, like, you know, if this happens or if this happens. Like, that's fun to me.
Right.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's a great concept.
That's a great idea. Do it. Just not like this.
Yeah.
Don't do it like this. It's not like... And I feel like we're being so mean in this musical. It's not bad. I need to express that. It's not bad.
Right.
We're being so mean, but it's not bad. It just... it's just not good. Like...
Like, I wouldn't say that it's not good. I would say that you're really, like...
It's disappointing almost.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, that this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And you're like, oh
yeah.
Okay. Like, and that sucks because you're like this looks like it would be the concept, like you said, the concept is so fascinating. But like, there's just nothing there. Like there's nothing there. Oh wow. Jessie Mueller ended up winning that award for Best Lead Actress in a Musical for the Carole King musical, which
I don't know what that is.
Right.
It wasn't on our list. Don't know what that is.
Yeah. Wasn't a strong year. So yeah, in case you're wondering, it wasn't a strong year.
Got it.
Makes perfect sense why that happened.
Yeah. All right. That makes sense. Yeah.
But, so, not to trash on it further.
Yeah.
Do you have a top 5?
I don't know. I don't know if I have a top 5. I really remember because oh my gosh, I haven't re-listened to this musical because it's been so long. I really liked "I Hate You." That's one that like I really liked Act 2. Act 1 is very meh. Act 2 is very engaging, much better. But I Hate You when she's like, you know, really upset about Josh dying. Like it's her like, oh my god, why would you go out to sea? Why would you do that? You know, good shit right there. Yeah. And on top of that, You Learn to Live Without is another good one.
Great one. Yeah.
But Love While You Can is also good. Just Act 2. Act 2 is good. Act 1 is very meh, but Act 2 is good. That's where all the good shit is. I wish they would have I don't know, spread that into Act 1 because Act 1 is very unengaging in comparison.
Very, very.
I think like the like interesting song in Act 1 is This Day / Walking by a Wedding, which I think is the closer. Like the opener.
Right.
The opener is very meh.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was gonna say too, like I'm looking through this list and I'm like, you know, sometimes when you're reading an album, you know, sometimes they'll say various artists, right?
Yeah.
They won't say like who actually sung it.
Mm-hmm.
This one does break down who sings
Yes.
the songs. And the thing that's just blowing my mind is how like it's 23 songs and there are 15 of them. 15 out of 23 that are led by Idina Menzel.
That sounds right. Yeah,
That
they
is,
don't really give a lot. They don't give a lot of space for the
they
other
don't give
characters.
any space to anyone else.
They really were like, we have Idina Menzel. We must make her sing.
Right, and
We
like,
must make her sing. Do everything.
Yeah, like you could give her the phone book, she's gonna kill it. Like,
yeah,
no question about it. But like, dude,
like, let the characters breathe.
Right, and but I get it. Like, she's playing two characters, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like, y'all probably should have spaced this out. Should have, yeah. I feel like if you're gonna have Idina Menzel lead off 15 of your songs, then you should have at least 30 of them. You know, like, because that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
For because there's no musical that's not an ensemble piece. I don't even care if I don't even care if it's centered around one character.
Yeah.
There's no musical that's not being done by an ensemble.
Oh yeah, no.
So you gotta mix in some stuff, man. You gotta give room for other people to contribute. That being said, I'm with you on Act 2. Like, Act 2 has the heart of this story. So for me, Always Starting Over.
Yeah.
Is to me, Always Starting Over is, you ever hear like a band release a single and you like, dang, that single go hard. And then you get the album and you like, what the like you only had one hit? Like that's what this feels like. Like, Always Starting Over is that banger, and then everything else is like filler. But You Learn to Live Without is a banger. I do enjoy that. I Hate You, perfect for that character. Great storytelling in that. As cheap as it is, What the Fuck is great. And yeesh. You Don't Need to Love Me. You Don't Need to Love Me. I'm gonna go with that because it's like the only Anthony rap song in this entire show. So spread the love. Anyway, just kind of forgettable. Still good, but definitely it may be one of those shows that like maybe doesn't work as a musical.
I could see this working as like a movie.
Definitely.
Yeah.
A movie or even a TV show. It would be awesome as a TV show.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Like, even if you do it as a musical TV show, I'd be down. I'd be down for that. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But, I think just as a straight up stage musical, I think there's too many working parts, and then some of those parts don't really work. So that's the big issue there. So final grade, what are you giving If Then?
I am going to give it a B-. It gets a B- from me.
Okay, very generous. I'm going with a solid C. With a solid C for this one.
Very generous.
Yeah. Very generous of you. Yeah, solid C for me. Definitely has some elements that work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we just established that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably needs a medium switch, and it would probably work a
Yeah.
lot better.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's a C from me, a B minus from Lazuli on
Yep.
If Then. So now we get to really have some fun.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And talk about this little fun thing.
This little silly guy. This little silly goose over here.
This little silly guy. So
Illinoise.
You came to take us. All things go to recreate us. All things grow. We had our mindset. All things know. You had to find it. All things go.
Man. So Illinois is when we put this on the list, I had no idea what kind of musical Illinois was.
None.
So only reason we put it on was because we had just seen the most recent Tony Awards.
Yeah.
And Illinois was, a big nominee.
Mm-hmm.
I think I missed their performance. Because I saw Hell's Kitchen, I saw Suffs, I saw The Outsiders, but I think I missed Illinois, so I had literally no idea what kind of show this was, and it turns out it's a dance musical.
It is,
and it's very, very, very different from how you typically do musicals, which I think is the theme of this episode.
Yeah, very much just weird.
We're going for weird on this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the performers don't actually do any of the singing. They do all of the dancing. The singing is done by the band. Like the band who's playing the instruments are also the ones doing the singing. Oh. So the reason why I think this gets a pass is because the songs that they're doing are Sufjan Stevens songs. So Sufjan Stevens
from his album Illinois.
Yeah, he
or Illinois. It's from Illinois.
Has an album called Illinois, and these are songs from that album. So so basically, they tell a story of what they're doing. Which is this guy, he's dealing with some grief and some trauma. He goes out into the woods and he meets these other people who are also, I guess, dealing with their own trauma. And, they're talking about it. And that's basically it's therapy. It's group therapy. And how they, express their stories is through dance. And the band sings the Sufjan Stevens songs. Which is great. I'm not gonna lie. That's cool. But yeah, it was a little strange.
It's a little strange, but can I just say, in such a large contrast to If Then, this score Yeah.
Yeah.
This score eats down. Cleared the plate. No crumbs.
No crumbs.
Like, oh my gosh. I literally I went into this knowing nothing. I just learned that it's the band singing this. Like, I didn't know that. I went into this being like, oh, that's weird. I don't even know who Sufjan Stevens is. Okay, cool. Another jukebox musical, whatever. The log hike.
Yeah.
Instantly pulled me in. I was like, wait.
Hey.
Wait.
That was a banger. That was a banger for sure.
Yeah. Like, obviously this is something you need to see because they're dancing. Like, you can't see the dancing.
Right.
When you're just listening to it. But from the score alone, this is some good shit.
This is some good shit.
Some good shit.
Like, I think, 2 or 3 of the songs is purely just score.
Yes.
So, so that's how good the score is. Like, they're like, we ain't putting nothing over that.
Yeah. they just gonna be dancing. Have fun.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, I was surprised at how much I dug this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ended up getting only 4 Tony nominations.
Wow.
None of which for the cast. It was for orchestrations, for lighting, for set design, and then best musical. Which
I can see why it would get those. I see why it could get those 3. Having not seen it on stage, I can see why it would probably get set design and lighting. Though they probably had the lighting people and set people probably had such a good time designing this shit for this musical.
Like, I'm sure they did some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I think I saw a clip of them performing on a talk show or somewhere, and I was like, that set looked nice. Like, that was like one of the first things that jumped out at me. Was like, oh man, that set looks nice. So yeah, I think they definitely had some fun with that. Yeah, but you knew, like, once you saw like their list of nominees, you're like, okay, you're probably not winning best musical.
Yeah,
but I see why you were nominated.
Yeah,
yeah, and yeah, I think it's just it's such a unique concept, and the music by Sufjan Stevens. So I've never listened to Sufjan Stevens' music.
Nope.
Seems very introspective. Very
yeah.
Very,
I think the original album this is based off of is like from like the early 2000s too. Yeah. Like, this is an old album.
It's an old album.
So introspection makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And I mean, introspection is a part of this story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of our main character, who I didn't get his name, but Henry.
Henry.
And he's dealing with the fact that he was in love with his best friend. But his best friend had a girlfriend. His girlfriend came down with cancer. And so his best friend left to be with her, and he stayed and ended up falling in love with someone else.
And he felt guilty about it the entire time.
Which he felt guilty about. And then the girl ends up dying, and his friend, stricken with grief, ends up committing suicide.
Yeah.
So at this point, he's feeling even more guilty because he's lost his best friend. He feels bad because, this is someone whom he loved and he never got to express that to him. And then he felt guilty because he was with someone else, and then he feels even more guilty because they died. And then he feels guilty on the fact that
a lot of guilt.
Yeah, a lot of guilt in this, a lot of blame. But like, that's what therapy is for. You know what I'm
saying? To explore that and to come to peace with it. Yeah.
And so that to me was really the beauty of this whole show, is like, yeah, it's very different, but the dancing, like, to me, I'm a former dancer. You know what I'm saying? I know I don't look it, but I'm a former dancer. So like,
this is also news to me. I didn't know that.
So like, working through your therapy through dance makes a ton of sense.
Oh,
like,
a
ton of sense.
A ton.
So like, that concept, I think, is just brilliant. Like, yeah, I think it's brilliant. Like, my only thing is like, having the band be the singers, I think is unusual. But at the same time, I go, the dancers couldn't perform the dances that they're doing and sing.
And
you know
sing. Like,
you know what I'm saying? So I get it. So I think the way that they found the workaround to do that is literally brilliant.
Yeah, and they obviously, it seemed like, were very specific in their picks for the band for that purpose of making sure that like they're gonna be like they're gonna be this, they're gonna have the presence needed to make up for the fact that the performers can't sing and everything. Right. And they made very good choices with the band because they all have really nice voices, and the little bits that we get from them are very good.
I saw a clip of them performing. I think it was the man from Metropolis.
More something halfway's only a steel man came to recover. If he had run from gold carry over, we celebrate a sense of each other. We have a lot to give one another.
When like you see it live, it does something to you. It's a completely transformative thing, and it's I just dig it. I think it's just so impressive, the level of storytelling that is in the dancing, but also in the music. And like, again, I haven't listened to the Sufjan Stevens album, but like the transfer of, doing what I would consider, I guess, emo or, music to making that, musical music and making that work in a musical sense, man, fantastic. Like, really fantastic.
It's beautiful, honestly.
Yeah. Like, it was one of those things where
it was so many good musicals, like just in general, like not to change the subject. Sorry, I'm just thinking like Hell's Kitchen. Haven't gotten to The Outsiders yet. That's probably not going to happen until like next year or whatever when we get to it. But like that's obviously pretty good and everything. I guess apparently Suffs is really good. I don't know. I got beef with Suffs, but I don't like the idea of Hillary Clinton being involved. But like it just everybody really. This is good. They all did really good and new and interesting concepts too. On top of that, like, I'm surprised. I'm surprised, and I'm happy about it. Like,
right? I mean, because like I normally try to catch the Tonys, but I have missed a few years. Just in and out. And I think part of it was like, hey, I'm not seeing as many shows, or the ones that I really, really like end up, not succeeding. So, I was like, I'll let it go. And it was just by chance, I think, that I caught the most recent one and just blown away. Like, blown away. And like, sometimes that happens, right? Because they're making new musicals every year.
Obviously,
you know what I'm saying? And like, obviously you're going to get yours that are not so great. Some that, have been on the off Broadway scene for so long. Like now they've retooled everything and it works, like, and it really comes through on stage. So like, like sometimes that has to happen. And then, you see like, okay, this works or this doesn't. And some years you just have a really rough year. Like all the things that were nominated were like, like I don't know about this. But then you have a year like this one where it's like, not only is everything really very good, but it's also so very creative and
Yeah.
new. And yeah, that's special. That doesn't come along every year. So
yeah,
I get it.
it's good shit.
Good shit.
Good shit. I enjoyed this. I don't think they'll be touring anytime soon, but if they do end up touring at some point,
gotta find a way.
I gotta find a way. I wanna see it. I wanna see them dancers dancing.
Yeah. So because of that, this is very interesting. I'm very curious.
Oh yeah.
What is your top 5 on this?
Oh gosh. That whoo. I gotta pick 5?
Yeah, I know, right?
Just 5? I like all of them.
I was like, I got 5 and I'm still in the first act. Like,
yeah, like they're all good. I gotta. I don't want to pick just 5. Jacksonville's pretty good.
Yes.
I will say Jacksonville's very good, and that's not just me being like, yes, black people, but like also yes, black people. But like that one's good. The Log Hike, obviously, I just mentioned it. Like, duh. What is it? Is it Chicago? I'm thinking of.
Chicago's great. Yeah.
Chicago. The Sears Tower.
That's a nice one. I wouldn't expect that.
There's just my god, I have to pick 5.
You could go a little overboard today. It's fine.
Can I say all of them? Like they're all so good.
And so like crazy original. Like,
they're so crazy original, and they're all different. But like, despite them all being like very, very different feeling and sounding and everything, they work. They work together to make a cohesive like body and everything, which is surprising because usually when it like just like If Then, like very boring music that all kind of sort of blends together and sounds the same with If Then, but like isn't cohesive at all and doesn't really make sense. Meanwhile, we got the exact opposite. None of these songs sound the same, and yet they're all so cohesive and work together.
I will say, like, I was kind of like dreading this one because once I read about it, I was like, that does not sound like it's gonna be any fun. So like, it took me a while to actually listen to it, and like because of that, though, I was able to sit in some songs a little longer, and I'm like, damn, that was hot. Like, I'm like, yeah. And oh god, I cannot.
And
wait
I got to listen to them with these new earbuds I got that sound so nice. Yeah.
I'm like, I genuinely, I cannot wait to see this one.
It's going to
be such fun. So for me, god damn it, I should have wrote this down. Shit. I do not have an answer. Oh my god.
Yeah. Like to the workers of Rock River Valley.
It's all ridiculously fire. It's ridiculously fire. Oh my god. My god. So okay, listen, I'm cheating. I'm cheating.
That's fair.
Like fair warning. So Jacksonville. Yeah. Zombies. I freaking love Zombies.
Yeah.
Chicago, man. There's no way I cannot have that on here. John Wayne Gacy Jr. I thought that was sick. The Predatory Wasp of the Palisades. I dug that.
Yeah.
Shit, man. The man of Metropolis. It goes so hard. Yeah.
Elijah Lyons.
Elijah Lyons. I think I recognize that name.
He deserves all the flowers.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah. I recognize that name. I can't remember.
I recognize it, don't remember why. But he deserves all the flowers because he did an amazing job singing in this musical.
Absolutely.
And just doing his thing.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know how many that is now, but there's like 4 more that I want.
Yeah.
But yeah. Great freaking show. Great freaking
show. Go see it if you have the opportunity. If it starts touring soon, I hope it does.
Please start touring.
And
soon. Please come here.
Please come here. Please.
Oh my
I'm begging you.
And
come here for more than a single day.
Yeah.
National tour of Hadestown.
Yeah. Come for a stay.
Come for a stay, not for a day. Oh my God. So disrespectful for the national tour of Hadestown to be here for a day.
That's rude.
Especially because they were when they were here last year, they were here for 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's how
I know that it's a different company running it, but still.
Come for a stay, not for a day. Please.
Yeah.
All right, so final grade. What are we giving Illinois?
Final grade. I'm gonna give it an A.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna ride that A. Yeah, for sure. This was a fun show, man. This was a really good one. Live, I can only imagine. So, cannot wait. Yeah. So A's across the board for us on Illinois. What do we have next?
What we have next is In the Heights.
Oh shit!
And our final eye, Into the Woods.
Okay.
I told you we got 2 bangers coming.
Okay. Oh my goodness, Lin-Manuel and Stephen Sondheim right back to back. Let's go.
I'm excited for Into the Woods. I've heard so many things about it. I've heard how silly and goofy it is.
It's crazy.
I've heard so much crazy shit about it, having not seen it at all. I haven't seen or listened to that shit at all.
Oh man.
But I know it's
this is gonna be a fun one. I adore In the Heights. I may have when that movie came out.
Boo!
The movie's not the best because they did some things that they shouldn't have. But I was it was during COVID, so I was the only one in the theater. But because I knew the musical so well, I knew the dance steps. I knew so I'm in the theater by myself, hitting it for 96 times. Let's get it. And it was only towards the end that I realized that there was the cleanup crew who was in the corner watching. I was oh shit. I was you already seen it, might as well keep going.
Makes me think about all the signs they've been putting right now for our time. Wicked. This is premiere weekend for Wicked right now, and I'm living for all the signs that theaters have about do not sing the songs. We know you're excited, but shut up. We know you're excited about the musical, but do not sing the songs in the theater. It's unfair to the other patrons.
Right. We got to get up out of here, guys.
Yeah.
My name is Peter Stoughton.
I've been Lazuli.
We have been your Adjacent Theater Kids. We will see you guys next time. We are out. Peace.
If we're always starting over every brand new morning, then we're always starting out with the engine down. We can leave life for tomorrow or grieve all that we thought we'd do, or make each moment new. I'm not afraid of the black man running. He's got it right. He's got a better life.